when the body's going forward and the head all of a sudden, the head stops going forward, you know that it's going to be a penalty. So it's not an automatic first down. I thought the personal foul face mask was automatic first down penalty. It's not. The 15 yards with how backed up Hillsboro was will just get them in the 2nd and 6 at the Brentwood 18-yard line. It's going to be a little shuffle pass, another penalty down. Brentwood blows it up. First one there with Seth Adams. The sophomore outside linebacker makes a great play. It's another illegal procedure penalty on Hillsboro.
Ryan, we should have tracked it at this beginning of the game. We haven't been tracking it officially. It feels like that's 8 or 9 pre-snap, snap infractions, just easy penalties, or unforced penalties, I should say, on Hillsboro.
You're right, and they really can't get out of their own way here in this first half.
I believe it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11. It looks like that's what they're saying on the field.
I'm confused by that one. It was last play was 2nd down, was it not? Maybe Brentwood declined the penalty potentially.
I think Brentwood, it was a loss of 5, so Brentwood declined the penalty.
They're going to run early the same play, and it looks like it was number 14, the first one there. Carter Patton blows up the pitch play. Same play they went to on the 2nd down that didn't work. They go back to it again, and Brentwood blows it up again. So I believe here Hillsboro's gone backwards on the first drive. They got the first down, and they went backwards from there. I'm not sure if they went the full 15 yards back that they gained, but it was right about the same spot. And then in the older drives since, the Burros have gone backwards. So Burrow's going to put a pair of punt returners back. Manning's going to be back with Brock. It's a shanked punt, and takes a big Hillsboro roll. And it'll be right at the Burrows 45, where it'll be down by Trey Johnson.
Punt worked out. Wasn't exactly a thing of beauty, but for the 2nd time tonight, they got the bounce, got a big roll. And this is actually some of the worst starting field position Brentwood's had, starting at Hillsboro's 45. We'll see if they can punch in a touchdown this time after getting 3 on the last drive when they started deep in Hillsboro territory.
Big opportunity here. Brentwood gets the ball to start the 2nd half. Touchdown here would put a lot of pressure on this last Hillsboro drive of the first half. White's going to throw it quick out to Manning. Manning's got room to run. He's going to get, we'll call it 8, maybe 9. Quick screen pass up to the top of your screen.
Ryan, it kind of feels like that's been there all night. Pretty easy, 7, 8, 9 yards on those quick throws. Nice job by the receiver, by Manning, to get upfield real fast. Put Brentwood in 2nd and 1. Great position here. Let's see, maybe throw deep, throw to the end zone. We'll see what Brentwood calls up.
Good block by Walton, the tight end, too, out on the edge there. Walton will go in motion to the left side. It's going to be a screen pass. He was supposed to come in. Miscommunication. Brentwood's going to throw it out of bounds. Manning looked like he was in the area, so it's not going to be intentional grounding. I think White thought Collins, who went out in motion to the left, was going to come back in for a middle screen. A little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, you saw White just immediately when he recognized what was happening, started sprinting backwards trying to get away, and makes a nice play, throw it away.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Those negative plays you turn into equals. Good sign of a good quarterback. So Brentwood's going to run forward with Walton on 3rd down. He's got the first down. And a couple more. Move the chains down to the Burros 33-yard line. Brentwood likes this kind of 2 halfback set with Walton, the tight end, in on these short yard situations. They've run it a handful tonight. Walton's going to run right end. He's going to cut it up, makes the man miss, and falls forward for a gain of about 8.
Nice job to get upfield there by Walton. He kind of strung it out. Hillsboro had some defenders out there, but quickly turns upfield, turns into a gain of 7 or 8, puts Brentwood in another good position here on 2nd down.
You're right. Hillsboro had good contain on the play. Walton wasn't going to be able to get the corner, but Collins, but he makes a good read and cuts it up and gets, we'll call it 8 yards. Now Walton going in motion. They're going to throw it out quick to the big fella. Blocked really well outside by the 2 Brentwood receivers, and he's going to get the first down and more. We'll call it a gain of 7.
You know, Davis White's very good on these quick passes. Balls have been hitting receivers in stride. That's another impressive sign from a quarterback. Not throwing it behind him, not throwing in front either. Letting the receivers run with the ball.
Manning and Green do good jobs blocking outside on that play. Brentwood audibling here. Walton's going to go split out to the right side. 12 personnel for the Bruins. So read option play, he's going to give it. Collins looking to get the corner. He's going to get it, then thrown out of bounds. It's Michael Gordon on the tackle. See the read option play. White decides to give it.
Ryan, saying a defensive back named Gordon for Hillsboro brings back memories of one Eric Gordon who went to Hillsboro High School, went to Tennessee.
Yep.
At one point made a big interception to seal a win over Vanderbilt about 10 years ago.
That would have been, what, 2010, 2011 season, one of those two. They're looking short. They were looking to get it out in the flat to Walton. Walton's looking around. He thought he was held.
Nice play by the defensive end to jump out there. I think he just made a good play on the ball.
Yeah, it really was. Very good read by him.
Might have been a penalty on Sundays, but
yeah,
I think it was a good play there to disrupt the quick pass. We got a big play, 3rd and 5. Let's see if Hillsboro's defense can get off the field once again. Big play here, it feels like, in this game.
Bunch receivers to the short side, tied into the left for Brentwood. They're going to give it up the middle. Collins falling forward. I think he's going to be a yard or 2 short.
Yeah, I think he only got about a yard. Another good play by the Hillsboro defense. Penetration. Let's see what Coach Finch calls here.
Brentwood keeping the offense on the field for right now. Officials timeout. I don't see anybody injured.
I think we might have a clock problem. I don't think the clock's running right now.
The clock did not run on that play. You're correct. So look to figure that out. That gives Brentwood time to figure out what it wants to do here. Doesn't seem to be much hesitation from Clint Finch, the first-year head coach.
Yeah, I think here, you have a 10-point lead, like you mentioned, Ryan. Brentwood will get the ball to start the second half. I think I can see wanting to be aggressive here, trying to punch, get a touchdown, gives yourself a 3-possession lead. And as good as your defense has been playing, and as much as Hillsboro's offense is struggling, you feel like you can be more aggressive. Even if you go for it here and don't get it, Hillsboro's going to be once again backed up inside their own 15.
You're right, and with 4:29 left, they took a second off the clock for that play. Hillsboro's, it's that time frame where the way Brentwood's defense is playing, they can easily get it back to give Brentwood a chance to run the 2-minute drill if they aren't able to convert here on 4th and a short 4 from the 13-yard line. The soccer markings on the field can make some of this stuff hard to tell down a distance. I was about to call it the 15 because it's right on the yellow line for the. I'm not a soccer expert. The big box. There's the 2 boxes around the goal. The soccer experts at home probably know much better than I do. So Brentwood's going with the same formation they were in on 3rd down and set up in 4th down. 3 receivers to the right, tight end to the left. Collins on the left hip of Davis White. Excuse me, the right hip. They're going to fake the short pass. They're going to throw the fade route to Walton. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Brentwood. A great throw and a great catch. The Bruins fake the screen pass, and Hillsboro really played it pretty well, didn't jump. But White gives it a big high throw to the talented, tall tight end, and Walton really hauls it in. Very nice play. Goes up and gets it, high points the ball really well, and a huge touchdown will put Brentwood up 16 and potentially 3 possessions if the PAT goes here. Whistle before the snap. Kick was good. Don't see a flag down anywhere.
delay a game. Looks like it's the call. But they're going to have to move the ball back. But Ryan, that fourth down play, that's just, to me, just a case of a good throw and catch, just beating the defense. It was really good coverage, as you mentioned. I thought Hillsboro had it played well. It was going to take a perfect throw and a perfect catch, and that's what Davis White and Walton did on the play. And Coach Finch's gamble to go for it on 4th and 4 pays off.
It does, and we've seen that confidence throughout the game. Go for it on 4th down early on the second drive, get stopped, and you get it there to PAT is good. So Parker boots it through, and Brentwood leads 17-0 with 4:19 to play in this second quarter. A big drive. Brentwood goes 47 yards, maybe 44. Was it 44? I couldn't remember if it was in front of 50 or 45. Either way, good touchdown drive for Brentwood, their second longest of the night, behind their opening touchdown drive. I'll tell you what, Walton, I'm a Brentwood High graduate class of 2018. He really reminds me of Caden Dreyer, who was a great two-sport player for Brentwood, and they use him in a lot of the same ways they're using Walton. Physical, big tight ends, bring him into the backfield, good run blockers, good guys that can carry the ball. We haven't seen that with Walton tonight, but certainly something he's capable of, certainly something Dreyer did really well. And Brentwood clearly with an emphasis to get him the ball in space, and he's done a great job tonight. One of the best playmakers on this Brentwood team, the senior. So Isaac Hayes will boot it away. Jones is going to field it at his own 3. He's going to take it. He's got room. He's got a big hole. He's going down the right sideline. There's a flag down. He is still going 30, 25, 20. All the way, a 98-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Marker down back at the Burrows 28. A brutal missed opportunity. And it's going to come back for holding.
That is really tough. I didn't see. We'll see if we get a replay on it. Great return, though. Turned on the Jets down the sideline. So I would say some poor tackling by Brentwood.
You're right, and it was pretty quickly in that play. Really, by the time he fielded it, there were a couple players from both teams on the ground. The flag came out later, though, so I wouldn't have thought it would have been related to that. But those players on the field opened up a running lane, and that's all Jones needed. He got the outside and outran the Brentwood defense.
Moves the ball back to the 17, first and 10, Hillsboro.
Here's the replay.
4:04.
See if we can see where the hold was at. It looks like right there you can see back. It looked like a potential hold. I couldn't see the number. But it looked like a Brentwood defender struggling to get off a block, going horizontal, which is usually a pretty good indication of holding.
I would say Hillsboro, even on offense, they need to get him the ball, though. He looks different than any other Hillsboro offensive player. The speed he ran with, he ran by that Brentwood kick team.
So it's going to be quarterback keeper up the middle. Nowhere to go. A host of Bruins blow that one up for a massive loss. It was Trotter in the 3 tight end set. Runs right up the middle, and he's going to lose 3, maybe 4.
Loss of 3, second and 13.
There you see, first gun there again. Number 55, Noah Dixon. He's been living in the Hillsboro backfield tonight. A great game for the nose tackle. Great first half. The junior's been fantastic, perhaps Brentwood's best player on defense. So Hillsboro spreading it out. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw. Quick pass underneath, complete. Out to about the 21. She's going to get Hillsboro 3rd and manageable.
Tackle made by number 35, Henry.
There's number 15, Amari Southall on the couch.
You know, Ryan, that's the kind of play they ran a couple times. The first couple drives, just easy pitch and catch. Obviously, gain of 7. Gives himself a manageable 3rd down here. I've kind of wondered why they've gone away from it.
Zone defense from Brentwood. Good job by Trotter to find the open receiver underneath and give the Burrows a manageable 3rd down. Brentwood takes its first time out at a half before it, as the Bruins are looking to flip this one, get the ball back, and go get a late touchdown with 3:13 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, you can tell Coach Finch is being aggressive tonight. As we've mentioned in the pregame, Brentwood's played a lot of close games, had a lot of close losses. Kind of makes you wonder, Brentwood's going for the kill early. Don't want to let Hillsboro hang around. and maybe give themselves a chance in the second half to play a lot of younger guys.
You're right, and like we talked about in the intro as well, Brentwood's certainly some challenging games left on the schedule. A tough matchup at Independence. That game always seems to be a really good one between these two programs next week. But most of the harder part of the schedule is gone for Brentwood, and I really have liked the confidence Clint Finch has coached with tonight, and I think that's something that could become infectious the second half of the season for the Bruins. So third, we'll call it a long 5. The 27-yard line is the yard to gain. 4 out for the Burros offense. Brentwood into 3-4. 2 safeties playing deep. Crowder's going to throw a quick pass out in the slot, making a man miss and cutting it up. A great play by Michael Gordon. He's going to gain about 8. They threw it out to him quick in the slot. Brentwood had some defenders there, but he does a great job of cutting it back into the middle of the field and picking up the first down.
Showed great lateral ability, just like Ryan said. Brentwood had 3 or 4 guys around him, and he just made one cut back up the middle and made that look easy for a big first down for Hillsboro. First down in a while. I believe the first one they've made since the first drive of the game.
In the first play of the game.
That's right.
Even that. So
you think that gives them a little cushion? We'll see if they keep throwing it and try to be aggressive here at the end of the first half.
Taking a shot deep down the sideline. It's underthrown a bit and out of bounds. Great coverage that time by Lowe. Jackson, the younger Lowe brother in this Brentwood defense, the sophomore. Score of interest. Middle Tennessee, Montgomery Bell Academy leading Brentwood Academy 14-0. Across town, Ravenwood leading Hendersonville 21-14 at the half. So second down here, 2:41 remaining in this first half. Hillsboro keeping it spread out. Looking throw right, plenty of time to throw to the sideline, almost intercepted. It looked like it was a miscommunication. It was Jackson Lowe again. The outside receiver kept on running down the sideline. Maybe a read route on like a back shoulder or a fly route, and miscommunication that time between Trotter and his receiver.
It definitely seems like Hillsboro passing attack has built the short, quick passes is what they've had success on. Throwing anything down the field has been more of a struggle. Of course, now you're in a 3rd and 10. It's going to be tougher to do that. Let's see what kind of route Hillsboro goes for here if they pass it. They're in the shotgun, which usually so far tonight has meant they are going to pass the ball, though.
Gordon comes in motion. It's going to be 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. They're going to look short to him. Rolling out his Trotter, and a great tip pass by Carter Patton. Southall was on the sideline right at the yard to gain with some open area if the ball could have gotten over his head. But a great job by Patton to break up the pass. And Hillsboro will have to punt. At the time that Hillsboro first down felt big just from 1, first down since the first drive. 2, you're in a 2-minute, 3, 4-minute offense situation. Kind of takes away the threat of Brentwood's offense, but then you go 3 straight incompletions right after that. And the Burros don't even run a full 30 seconds off the clock after picking up their second first down in the first half. Brentwood's going to motion back 2 returners again, really short punt. And it's going to take a hop out of bounds, so a Brentwood bounce. And the Bruins will take over at their own 45-yard line with 2:19 to play in the first half. So a chance for Brentwood to hit the classic double them up around halftime. And if they could do that, this one would be all but over. They get the ball to start the second half.
It's funny to say when you start at your own 45, but this is about the worst field position Brentwood's had starting on their own side of the field. We'll spit obviously still not with 2 timeouts as quick as this offense works. There's plenty of time, and with a good field goal kicker as well. We'll see what Brentwood does here.
A little bit of miscommunication for Hillsboro. They get set. Man in motion are going to throw it quick out in the slot to Collins. Collins makes a man miss and really does a great job of getting 4 yards out there. He didn't have a blocker, and there were 2 Hillsboro defenders. He splits it between them and falls forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4.
Hillsboro's obviously struggled a lot in multiple areas tonight, but I will say their open field tackling has been pretty good. The defense across the board, I would say, for the most part, has been strong for Hillsboro tonight.
Yeah, really, since that first drive, they've been really solid. White scrambles around, finds Collins. Collins is going to pick up a few. White, no one was open down the field. He was scrambling, wanted to throw in the middle, thought better of it, kind of twirled around and finds his running back to get Brentwood into a 3rd and short. The Bruins will run in Briggs back now for Collins. It's 3rd and short. They're going to give to him up the middle, and he's going to have the first down and just a little bit more. We'll call it a gain of 3 on 3rd and 2. We'll move the sticks, and it will stop the clock momentarily with 1:21 to go in the first half. Good job of falling forward. Chris Savage had him wrapped up by the ankles, but a good job of being physical running, and it's going to now be Jackson Lowe, what I believe is his first snap on offense tonight. He's going to go out on the left side. White's looking down the middle of the field. He's throwing it down the sideline. He's going to overshoot his receiver, Ryan Barrett, the intended receiver. He had a step or two on the Hillsboro corner, but Brentwood can't complete.
Really the first pass tonight that I feel like White has just overthrown. Ryan, you're right. The receiver had a step on him.
Great protection. And you're right, White really hasn't missed on any passes tonight. He's been decisive with his decision-making. He's taking care of the ball. And like you said, so much of this Brentwood offense is getting it out to the receivers, getting it out to the running backs quick in the screen game. And he's done a really, really good job of that. So he's going to have tight end and halfback beside him. They're going to fake it to Walton on the screen. No one open down the field, and he's going to find the check down. And making a man miss is Merrill. The young player goes to the 31. He gets the first down, so the clock will stop while they move the sticks. But that's one of those plays. He catches it on the sideline. He probably got 5 extra yards out of it. But one you may want the young receiver to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Clock rolling now at 41 seconds and counting. They're going to give it up the middle. A lot of room to run for Collins. He's going to fall forward to the 21-yard line. They're going to move the chains. So, I mean, that's a big-time run. You run it on first down in a 2-minute drill situation and get the first down to stop the clock. Bruins going quick. Back up on the line now. They're going to give it to him again. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. Falling forward again for a gain of 7, maybe 8. And Brentwood's going to immediately take its second timeout with 24 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Looks like they ran the exact same play they ran before. I think Coach Finch was probably ready to call a timeout the play before, but getting the 10 yards, Brentwood has done a good job at not they come up and snap the ball so quickly they only lost 2 or 3 seconds there.
You're right. That was really well executed. I think you're right. I think Brentwood was probably planning on taking that second timeout after the first down run for Collins. They had the sticks moved. They were going back to the line knowing the play they were going to run immediately to go back to the same thing. Like you said, don't run much time off the clock. Pick up 7 more yards before using its second timeout of the half, first timeout of the drive with 24 seconds left. So Brentwood leading by 17. I believe, besides maybe 2 or 3 plays to start Brentwood's first drive and to start this drive, every single play of this game has taken place on the Hillsboro side of the ball. Burrows have yet to cross midfield, and more times than not, Brentwood's field position was so good that they started on the Hillsboro side. One tight end to the right, 3 bunch receivers to the left. Collins on the left hip of White. White's going to roll left. He's looking, corner route, trying to run back to it. I believe Manning was the targeted receiver on the far side of the field. It was.
Just missed him. The quick rollout. Pretty good coverage by Hillsboro there. But a little better throw. He might have come down with it in the end zone. Big third down. We got another 3rd and 3. With 1 timeout, 18 seconds, you can run whatever you want. But obviously in high school, you're probably, with your 1 timeout, it's probably all you're going to get before the field goal team's going to have to come out here.
So Bruins offense looking at the sideline. It's Walton to the left of White. And Collins to the right. Pressure, it's going to be a screen pass to Collins in the middle. That's set up beautifully. He cuts it up, reading his blockers down to about the 1, maybe the 2. A really nice play design. They fake the screen to the left to Walton and throw the middle screen to Collins, and Brentwood will now take their last timeout of the first half before 1st and goal at the 3 with 9 seconds left.
Now this will set up an interesting play call. Brentwood now has no timeouts. So if you run and don't make it, the half will be over. But obviously Brentwood has shown a lot of ability to pass, do quick passing, so that I would think you're probably looking at one pass here and then a field goal, or maybe Brentwood's just determined to run 2 plays and try to score a touchdown regardless.
It will be interesting to see how they play this, how aggressive they get with it, if there is a second down play here. Leading 17-0, a chance to go up by 24 points, and almost, with the field goal kicking of Parker, a great chance to at least go up 20 before the half.
I wonder if Brentwood coaches just challenge the O-line here. Just say, all right, we're going to line up, we're going to run for 2 yards.
It's not really a power set, but 3 Brentwood receivers and a tight end all in tight stacks. 2 receivers on the left, a receiver and Walton on the right, Collins on the left tip of Davis. He's going to go out in motion. White's throwing, jail bust. He's under pressure and he's going to be sacked. And the end of the half is going to tick off as White taps his chest, saying he should have gotten rid of that one. He's not wrong, but that was a hard play nonetheless. There was a jailbreak up front. 19 comes in untouched. Dominique Leonard to get the sack and hold Brentwood at the end of the half.
You know, Ryan, obviously I think White would like to have that back, but as you said, just a bust on the offensive line there. Kind of a slow developing play. And, yeah, it was immediately clear that that was going to have to either be thrown away or it's going to take the sack, and obviously, unfortunately for Brentwood, takes the sack. But still a good first half, up 17-0. He'll come back and receive the ball to begin the third quarter.